All right, my beautiful friends, how are you today? Happy Friday to everyone out there. All right, we've got a beautiful day here in astrology land. We've got some big movement going on. We've got Venus at the 29th degree of Pisces, okay? Venus has been exalted in the sign of Pisces for just over a month, right? It's been watery, it's been, rose-colored glasses, kind of seeing things, feeling things, it's tapping into our intuitive sense. It's about, love is in the air kind of a feeling, the emergence of spring coming up here soon. I mean, we're only just, a month and a half into winter, but still there's like this longing and this excitement for what's to come, and just kind of living in our heart space. Now, the past couple of days have been interesting as the moon has been in the sign of Cancer, okay? So we're feeling a lot of this water. Mercury has moved into the sign of Pisces as well, which is kind of bringing a little bit of fog to our mind, to our understanding, to our communication, to our logic. Things aren't as clear cut as they could be. Okay, so now we got both Venus and the moon moving out of the water signs. So Venus is going to move into Aries, and then the moon moving out of its home sign of Cancer into Leo. So they're both going to meet up at 0 degrees around 6 p.m. Okay, but before that happens, earlier in the day on Friday morning, okay, we've got the moon is going to create the oppositions to Jupiter, oppositions to Saturn, and the opposition to Pluto, okay? Or the opposition to Pluto, then the opposition to Saturn. Saturn is a little over 2.5 degrees ahead of Pluto right now. I'll show you the chart. So let me rewind this a couple hours. That's the rewind sound. Okay, so, yeah, opposition here to Pluto, opposition to Saturn. Moon, it's about transformation. This is about emotional transformation. Some of our emotions can be weighing us down right now. We've got Mercury as well trine to the north node, creating a sextile to the south node, which means karmically there's something that's being brought up from our past that's we're trying to look at under different light. It's important for us to revisit under different light, under different circumstances. It's important to look at the past with a sense of empathy, with a sense of, again, that nurturing to ourselves and nurturing to the other. And again, what I've been talking about with the sign of Pisces and Mercury going into Pisces, we don't know what's under the hood of the other individual, right? So we don't know what's under the hood of the other individuals during this time, or times in the past of strife or disagreements or whatever. The sun can dissolve the fog, and the winds can blow the clouds away to clear skies, to clear vision. Okay. Now Mercury, again, our planet of intellect, communication, of insight, is going to be in those clouds for a couple of more weeks, okay, for another month, to be honest with you. Over a month. Won't be out until, April, as a matter of fact, because it's going to go retrograde here in the 12th, almost 13th degree. Pretty soon on the 17th. Anyway, so why did I say that expression is because we're going from Venus and the moon, both in the watery signs of Cancer and Pisces, and moving and taking the initiative, taking the spark. Okay, so Venus moving into the sign of Aries. All right, so we're moving from this very dreamy place. I can dream about love. I can do all of these things. I can dream about what I want to create in my life. I can dream about, all the things that I would love to achieve while I have this human suit on, while I'm here on planet Earth for how many ever years that may be, right? I can dream of all these wonderful things, and there's nothing stopping me because it's in my imagination, right? There's nothing stopping me from dreaming those things. As far as the moon's coming down into the sign of Cancer, again, it's coming home. It's about, again, being nurturing to ourselves during this time. So they're almost meeting up. They're almost creating this trine, but they don't. And they get pushed into the fire signs. So Venus says, okay, I can't just sit here and dream all day. I have to take action with my love. Okay, I have to take action. Then we got the moon, emotional. Our emotional needs, not just wants. That's Venus. Venus is what wants. Venus is moving into the fiery sign of Aries. It's about the initiation, okay? So it's like love, what I want, desire, initiation. Moon, what I need. I have the fire to sustain what I need to bring that into manifestation, right? Which is extremely powerful. to come back here to talk about Mercury sextile to the north node, or trine to the north node, sextile to the south node. All right. If there's moments in our lives that we're reflecting on Thursday, on Friday, whenever you're seeing this video, if there's things that have come up, because these emotions, they're down deep. These are deep-rooted stuff that we're dealing with here. It could be from past lovers, from family members, from friends in the past, however we have come to whatever in this situation that we're in with those individuals, or it could be with self, reflection of self, okay? This sextile, Mercury sextile to the south node, is a very powerful part right now in Pisces, because again, we're tapping into a spiritual aspect of ourselves. We're tapping into the greater unknown. It's just like, if all we know is Earth, it's taken the technology, that Uranian energy, that Aquarian energy, to get us up into space. And then from space perspective, we get, from space, we get a whole different perspective down here on human life. We get a whole different perspective on the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the ionosphere, the exosphere, whatever. We get a new perspective on these things. So with Mercury connecting to the south node is about releasing old karma, releasing parts of the past, okay? And sat in a sign of Capricorn, right? It's releasing karma, releasing things of the past. Again, and connecting to the north node down in Cancer, it's saying, look at this from a new light and be able to appreciate, because what has happened in our past, it's so important of where it has brought us to the present. If this relationship went south in the past, look at all of the, each muddy footprint that's come along the way, that when you can look back at each muddy footprint, when you pulled yourself out of the mud, are now blooming flowers. All right? God, I hope you're still watching to catch that one. It's so important. It's so important that what has grown out of the mud from our past, and it's to revisit, to relook at some of those instances, and to find gratitude and appreciation for ourselves during that time, our own growth during that time, the other individual, again, whoever it may be, partner, boss, family member, whatever it may have been. If it was a hard divorce or a hard breakup, or friends walked away from each other, and that can be a difficult scenario, difficult thing. But looking back and saying, look how much I have grown as an individual since then. If we were still together right now, would we have created those same circumstances? Probably not, which means that we've grown as individuals. If we can look and say, look at how much I've learned, look at how much I've grown. Maybe if you're still see the other person, look how much they've learned, look how much they've grown, look how much they've traveled, look how much each person has done on their own independent journey since that separation, since this, again, the mud happened. Okay, and then to look at that growth and look at how much, beautiful seeds were planted along the way, and bring appreciation into ourselves for where we're at on our journey now, right? Really, really important as we're beginning a new journey this Friday evening, okay? Leading into this full moon happening on Sunday morning, early Sunday morning / Saturday night, depending where you're at in the world, right? So we've got this initiative, we got this fire energy, Venus, again, taking action right now. It's just like, again, not sitting around and dreaming, but really, it's like taking Mars' job. Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. So it's just like the hand grasps. What do I want? I want Palo Santo. Okay, now I need a lighter to burn some Palo Santo, and then my own action gets to light this beautiful incense. You know what I mean? So it's not just saying I wish I had something, but it's about doing something about it, which is exciting. And then the energy of the moon saying I need to be, I was going to say stable, but this is far more than stable. It's steady and consistency, okay? Because it's consistency that gets us there. Again, that sun never dims its light for us. The sun over in Aquarius never dims the light for us. It never pulls back. It never just dims down a little bit. It's always shining its brightest, and it's saying that's what I need right now, is I am completing, Pisces, completing this love, beautiful love aspects in Pisces, and beginning a brand new journey come Friday evening, right? Getting ready for this big full moon happening this weekend, okay? So have faith in yourselves. Have faith in where you've come from. Have faith that out of the mud came these beautiful flowers and fruit-bearing trees. Have faith in the process. Have faith in the growth of being able to appreciate everything that has happened in the past that has led you to be the beautiful person you are in this moment, right? You are appreciated. You are loved. You are beautiful just as you are. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. Have a beautiful Friday night, a new start of a new journey, and we'll see you tomorrow.